Welcome back to LockNReload. So you probably guys are wondering about the AK-47. This particular AK-47, also known as Wasser 10. Got a few videos out there. I've got Wasser 10 misconceptions, updated AK-47s. But this was the final product and the final results of this particular 47. As you know, if you paid attention to my channel at all, I went ahead and refinished it. And for those of you that do not know, that this rifle was refinished with Krylon. You know what? And so far, it's been holding up very, very well. I use it, so it's actually quite dirty outside of the internals. Now, again, with the actual finish, I went ahead and, I did an ACU finish. If you can see that, I did that on the magazine so it matched the rifle. This is just a smaller 10-round magazine. And I went ahead and re-blued the actual bolt. The only thing that did not get painted or refinished was, the front sight, the actual front sight post, and the rear sight itself. Anyway, a little bit about the rifle itself. I had some surface rusting issues that I had to contend with, so I was wiping this thing down and cleaning it and oiling it, about once every 2 weeks. I live in Wisconsin. We live in a very, very humid climate. So I decided to go ahead and, refinish this particular rifle. Now, some of the good things are the finish is holding up very, very well. Now, there's a lot of people out there that state Krylon is garbage, it doesn't work, it doesn't hold up, and this is going to kill that rumor. The reason this Krylon finish held up, and again, this is Krylon's version of their camouflage or their earthy colors. The reason that this finish held up so well, it's all about your prep work. It's all about the cure time too. If you go ahead and paint this rifle or refinish it and then go take it out shooting, 2 or 3 days later, for the most part, yeah, the finish or the paint's not going to hold up. This thing cured for about a month and a half, almost 2 months, before I even touched it, before I even reassembled it. So far, like I stated, the finish is holding up very, very well. Now, it does get a little dirty. The drawback is if you're going to refinish it, do not clear coat these at all. The clear coat actually impedes the ability, it actually softens the actual paint a little bit. I went ahead and I cleared it, which was a bad idea, but whatever, you live and you learn. But for the most part, even with a clear coat, it's holding up. The only discoloration that I'm getting that is not dirt is it is getting a little brown right in the barrel, but a lot of heat that's going through that barrel, so to be expected. I got a couple, nicks, scrapes, whatever throughout the entire gun, but then again, I also shoot the damn thing. I don't expect it to maintain a pristine condition all the time as far as the finish, because, I do shoot it. I not only static shoot it, but we do our zombie training course, we do our running guns and whatnot, so it's bound to get a couple bumps and bruises in the finish. I think it gives the gun character. So again, it's all about your preparation and how long it cures. Like I said, the drawback, it does get a little dirty in the handguard because obviously your hand goes here. I highly recommend shooting any of these guns if you're going to be doing any form of running gun that isn't static shooting. I highly recommend gloves anyway, because you'd be amazed how often you scratch yourself or gouge yourself doing a mag change and whatnot. But yeah, the stock held out very nicely. And for those of you that do not know, this stock is an Arsenal stock or a K-bar. The grip is a Hogue grip. This magazine is a Tapco 10-round magazine, and the forearm is an ATI Striker. For all those of you that do not know, ATI is made here in Wisconsin. Eventually I'll do just a review just on the handguard because it's held up very nicely. I have a couple thousand rounds through this rifle alone, especially this last summer. And this handguard getting heated up, cooled down, heated up, it held up very well considering it doesn't have a handguard. So check out ATI. I don't recommend all their products, but their 47 grips are great. This one does have a birdcage flash suppressor from Tapco, and this one still has the original cleaning rod. I did do some polishing of the trigger group. I did some cleaning up, so I have a lot more crisper trigger pull on here for a Romanian. Eventually I just want to go ahead and put a good Tapco trigger in it. I did replace the shepherd's hook in here with a Tapco L wire in here, which works great because it's retained by the safety here. But anyway, that's not really about modification, just letting you know how the finish is holding up, and you can see it for yourself. I'll go ahead and try to take more pictures of it so you can have some static pictures. If not, sorry. But and again, yeah, it held up very nicely. I'm very, very happy with the way this weapon handles with all the modifications. To the point where I want to get an AK-74 because 74 in the 5.45 by 39 is starting to get a lot cheaper than going ahead and shooting the 47s. But at any rate, this is LockNReload with your updated on how the Wazoo-10 AK-47 finish from 2011 is holding up. So stay tuned for more reviews and other gun stuff. At any rate, like I stated, this is LockNReload. As always, catch you later.
Ow! The muzzle blast.
It was without a flash hider.
That was actually quite cool. But I tell you one thing, it's got a boom to it. Oh.
She said, I've got Napoleon complex. I don't know why, but I think she's right.